Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for May 23rd through the 29th of 2021. Now I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, but it is a packed week with some very important energies going on. Starting with Saturn Retrograde on Sunday the 23rd. Now, Saturn hasn't been in Aquarius since 1991 to 93, and it's about halfway through its current journey. It's only there for 2.5 years, so we are knee-deep in it right now, which is affecting my Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus, Scorpio energies the most. On social collective levels, what have we learned since the early 90s? How has it been going for you since it arrived there permanently in December of 2020? Saturn goes retrograde every year, giving us a tremendous amount of stabilizing energy that you can direct consciously on your own behalf. Every year, Saturn asks us to clean up, clean out, and upgrade our reality in some department of life. In this case, it's the Aquarius department. And because we're upgrading the Aquarius department, you have to know it's automatically going to affect your Leo department, your Taurus department, and your Scorpio department. You can look to any area of life that requires you to upgrade and fortify because it has essentially run its course and is more or less worn out. But you can also look to your Aquarius house and see if those areas of life that it represents also may require some much needed focus and dedication. Saturn often gets our attention by creating blockages and delays, pointing out weaknesses and oversights. And during its retrograde, there are reports of folks feeling like they're being held back by the elbows. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. A better use of Saturn's amazing energy is to slow down and check in with your personal base. How organized are you in general? Because this is the truth of it. If you're not that organized anyway, but Saturn stopping by is the help you need to get organized, right? And if you're already organized, then Saturn just helps you be better at that. Are you naturally focused and self-directed, or do you succeed more often when you have a structure? This is a time to develop or fortify your inner authority to make choices and decisions on your own behalf with courage and confidence. Take time to organize your thoughts or create a plan or strategy for adjusting to the changes that seem to be forced on you at this time. It's not really. That's just how it feels. Start with small, manageable goals because accomplishing them will also give you the momentum and fortitude to go after the bigger goals. It's time to release fear and doubt and redefine your reality on some level, if nothing else, for the new year alone. Deep breath. So here's the thing about annual retrogrades. You know, Saturn goes backwards every year and gives us a chance to check on our reality. Pluto goes backwards every year and gives us a chance to do some deep shadow work or transformative soul work. It allows us to change something. When Uranus goes backwards every year, it gets our consciousness focused in a different direction. You know, it wakes us up to something. And if we're lucky, we're actually never the same again. Neptune goes backwards every year. We get to work on our dreams and our visions and what we believe and our connection to God and spirit. You know, the personal planets are on a different cycle. Mars and Venus, our masculine feminine, renews every 18 months and 2 years. So this annual thing, you can get a rhythm with. And Saturn's the best one because, of course, it has the most to do with your physical reality, with your literal everyday life. So that's Sunday, opening our week. On Tuesday, I'm getting with Shanta Gabriel in the Compassionate Wisdom Circle for a full moon teleconference. So you all are welcome to join us there. Of course, this month's full moon is a super full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So anyone with Gemini, Sag, or Virgo, Pisces is being affected directly by these eclipses, which the very next day, on the 26th, is the Sagittarius full moon lunar eclipse. This is the fourth in a series of 6. 3 lunar and 3 solar to reset our connections in the Gemini, Sag, Virgo, Pisces houses of our charts. What I'd like to add here is the Gemini, Sag areas are in a process of initiation and integration, while the Virgo, Pisces is being tested and pushed to grow out of comfort zone into new territory because of these eclipses. Okay, that's just the general overview. And you should apply that to those areas of life. So we're initiating and integrating in both Gemini and Sag equally because there's 3 lunar and 3 solar, and it's balanced. Most of the time, it's not that balanced, and we have more work to do in one area or another. We are releasing ideas, thoughts, and belief systems that cannot support or guide us going forward Eclipses facilitate a major recalibration to the tune of 9 and 18 years and catalyze inevitable course corrections around what we believe to be true or possible individually, socially, and collectively. This is a spectacular opportunity to release anything that no longer reflects your personal truth and story, which ultimately contributes to the larger social collective story. Essentially, we are supported to do some personal processing, along with some assimilation and elimination exercises. What have you learned, discovered, or outgrown in the last 9 to 18 years? The last time we had these eclipses was 2010 to 2013, and before that, 2001 to 2003. So the actual cycle that's completing and initiating anew is from 2001 to 2003. That's the full 19-year North Node cycle, which rules our life path and direction. Now it's time for you to integrate what you've experienced as true knowing and earned wisdom. If you do not integrate the changes you've been through, the choices you've made, the knowledge you've learned, and the wisdom you've earned, then they never convert from ideas to bricks in the base that supports you, that foundation of your own creation. Many will stay in overwhelm or go even deeper at this point because this much information that does not get filed or deleted will overwhelm the system. It's just the way it is. Gemini time, which is May-June every year, is a good time to review and explore the ideas, concepts, and perceptions that have been revealed over the last 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. It's good to note that next month, the Cancer fundamentals will be up again on the heels of these change-making eclipses. You are supported to review which of the ideas that come up now will actually nourish, support, and protect you going forward. Choose ideas that have life and vitality. Choose ideas that feel right from the heart center. Choose ideas that expand your life rather than limit, pressure, or violate it. Simplify, prioritize, reallocate your resources, and redirect your energy consciously so you are not a victim of the energies swirling around you. I would add that the Pisces last quarter moon on June 2nd brings a final piece or step, pushing you to complete something and sometimes activating a test of faith on one or many levels. What do you truly believe in your heart and soul? It seems we seeded some aspect of the garden in early May, and now in late May, we have to surrender and trust that Great Spirit will breathe life into the seeds that got planted. What seeds have you been sowing and nurturing? Keep in mind the intense water feeling energy, as well as the Taurus-Scorpio energy that preceded Gemini-Sag right now, because power and practicality continue to leap to mind, as does willing sacrifice for the greater good of all involved. What belief or thought can you release so that something of greater value can be lived, experienced, and expressed? This last quarter test, which brings a clearing in preparation for the Gemini new moon solar eclipse on June 10th, which will usher in all new ideas and consciousness to guide you going forward. Deep breath. The energies of summer are giving us an opportunity to clarify our thoughts, explore the new ideas bubbling, and dream up new ways of expressing ourselves as individuals going forward. But pace yourself, this is only the first baby step on a major new path. As we navigate these eclipses, Mercury retrogrades in Gemini too. So we'll definitely be rewiring the brain and rethinking our choices and decisions of the last 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. Try to schedule some downtime in June, July, and August if and when possible. Even one day can feel like a week's vacation if you really give your mind and body a rest in favor of pampering your heart and nurturing your soul. So pampering your heart and nurturing your soul is your assignment for the summer. You'll feel loved by you if and when you do this kind of self-care focus. Remember, everything is a response to the last thing and preparation for the next thing. And maybe you should go revisit my unbelievably popular video on Hathor on my Karmic Tools YouTube channel. The Hathor video is all about this very pampering of your heart and nurturing your soul. And it's only 20 minutes. And feeling loved by you is a good thing to practice. Remember, everything is a response to the last thing and preparation for the next thing. Taurus Scorpio activated the new power, values, and priorities. And Gemini Sag will activate the new ideas, choices, and story, which will lead to renewing the fundamentals that Cancer Capricorn bring. The more consciously you navigate this period, the more fruitful your fall harvest will be this year. Deep breath. So that's the eclipse on Wednesday. Then Thursday, the 27th, Venus is going to square Neptune. So this is tied into our eclipse chart as well. It's only the next day. This energy is great for creative flow. If you are artistically inclined in any way, you will have access to an energy that may allow you to create something amazing. Dig deep and allow yourself to free flow. This energy can also challenge relationships, personal or professional, to keep it real in some way, and ones which are not on a true solid foundation are likely to dissolve under this influence, or at least be revealed that they're not solid. When Neptune is involved, we see life through a completely different kind of lens, often seeing the potential rather than the reality of the situation. Detach and trust. If your relationship happens to end under this influence, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it suggests that it was never on solid ground to begin with. Be thankful and move on. This activation is just helping you align your true values and priorities with the vision in your mind and heart. But you will have to expand your consciousness in some way, follow your inner compass, and take practical steps going forward, basically to activate that vision. So deep breath. That's Thursday. Then we jump to Saturday the 29th when Mercury conjuncts Venus. And this is pretty juicy because the very same day it retrogrades. So this is its last contact with Venus, which also tells me that it's time to focus on the value of our ideas. And we need to reprioritize the way we use our mind and thoughts and thinking and our language and our words. We need to reorganize all that and initiate a new cycle of love and well-being and harmony and balance and kinship. You know, Venus is our kinship with each other. Mercury is our mind and how we think. So let's get amongst like-minded souls, like-hearted souls, so that we can discuss some forward-thinking, progressive ideas on how to go forward with this world. You know, it's crazy right now. But it's also all very personal. So this could all be going on internally too, where it's just your mind and your values that's getting a new alignment and a renewal. So this energy encourages you to see the divine order or the unifying theme running through the events of your life, good, bad, and indifferent, as well as past, present, and future. This is an initiation of new values around communication, self-expression, and the value of your ideas. You may finally be able to express ideas that have been percolating in your head. Some people say, I love you at this time, thanks to Venus, or articulate their feelings in a deeper, more expressive way. It's really juicy for your inner artist. This is the beginning of expressing your creative ideas in altogether new and different ways than ever before. Allow your imagination to free flow. Play with ideas with no attachment to outcome. Take advantage and explore all that this energy stirs within you, but don't give in to overthinking or over-processing things. These connections are richer, giving you access to deeper personal growth and development through a new understanding of how all the events of your life work together for good, ultimately. You can see the necessity of certain challenges and clearly see your own personal mastery thus far. Celebrate and choose to create some new thought patterns that integrate and reflect more beauty throughout your life. So I love that as the last stop before it retrogrades. Now, that being said, it's not going to hit Venus 3 times over. That initiation is all we get. The only thing Mercury is hitting 3 times over is Neptune. So we're still spending most of this Mercury retrograde just trying to get clear or just trying to get some clarity on the ideas and thoughts and concepts that are happening right now. So same day, Mercury goes backwards in its home sign, which is very powerful in and of itself. And this year, don't forget, Mercury's retrograde is in all 3 air signs. It started with Aquarius, now it's hitting Gemini, and then in Libra time, it's going to go through Libra. So that'll be the rewiring of all our air departments. So Mercury moved into Gemini May 3rd and won't hit Cancer until July 11th. Its retrograde in Gemini is special because it is home base and where it is strongest. For the next 3 weeks, we will be reviewing, revising, remembering, and redesigning our plans for moving forward. Our consciousness has been expanded and exposed to information that has changed our lives, for better or worse. Either way, we have to come up with all new ways of expressing ourselves as individuals and all new ways of socializing with others. Mercury retrograde is always a great time to clear your mind of clutter and non-essential and give your mental body a break. But in Gemini, it is even more of a sign to step away from phones and computers and stop the flood of input. Pause for the cause and go assimilate and integrate all that you've learned so far. The last time Mercury was in Gemini was May of 2020. How have you grown mentally? What have you learned in the last year? What new ideas, thoughts, and concepts were born over the last year? It is going to be an important personal review in light of the worldly issues going on, because Gemini always tunes us into changes and other points of view. Use the retrograde to turn within and commune with your angels, ancestors, and animal spirit guides. Ask for messages and clarity on whatever is on your mind and heart at this time, and pay close attention to any choices or decisions you have to make, because you want to make sure to triple check the details before committing to something that cannot be changed down the road. So deep breath. This has to do with how you express yourself, how you communicate, how you think, how you learn. All of that's getting an upgrade. And finally, I have a couple of things to share from some pretty powerful women out there doing good stuff in the world. My friend and colleague Betty has everydaywellbeing.net, and she's making these amulets for well-being out of crystals, and they're really beautiful. And so I've linked her Facebook Marketplace in here, and I believe you can find her on Etsy. And she's giving all my people some Kelly love is the code for $10 off any amulet for well-being that you buy. So that coupon will work until June 15th. And the other one is some pretty wonderful ladies doing some amazing work in the world who have contracted me to come in and teach their group about cycles and patterns and their own personal rhythms. It's Candace and Nikayla, who have soulevolutionretreats.com. And I'm just getting to know them myself, but I'm so excited to be collaborating with them. And I encourage you to go check out their school and their retreats, and their membership is all really juicy and wonderful. And I'm going to be part of the team. So check them out. And finally, you all know my Leela Nancy Ward, who has integralsoul.love. She has helped set up this whole new community with some powerful women called Peer Hub, where I also will be listing my classes and courses and things like that, and doing a little more interaction, but with some very conscious, higher level women. So I encourage you to check that one out too. All right, everyone, that's our week. Thank you for being part of my community, and thank you for listening. Have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.